a number of injuries over the last couple of years, and for him to pick up another injury after 5 minutes on the field is hugely disappointing for him. He's had it checked. He's had a little washout as well of the knee, and what we're hoping is that he'll be back fit, ready to play in 16 weeks. So he's been through this before. He's great character, so he's very strong mentally, and we look forward to welcoming him back mid-March.
Yeah, you mentioned that he's had injuries in the past. You're confident though that, given his age and stuff, that he can come back as good as before?
I believe so, and this will be right at the end of the season when we'll be needing him to be able to perform. So he's got 4 months now to get himself really fit and raring to go, put his frustrations into his training, and what I like to think is that when we come into the playoffs that he'll be able to contribute to that run.
Yeah, and are you happy with the depth that you have in the front row, or maybe because of the long term of the injury it's something that you might need to address?
Well, currently we've got 3 tight head props that have been performing well, but we'll always assess the situation. I thought Gaston did really well at the weekend, so pleased to see the way that he performed. James Hall is coming back fit, so once you lose one player, other players come back fit, so I'm pleased about that.
Yeah, and on another injury note, is there any update on George Watkins?
George had a head knock in the game. He's going through the protocols. Like all these injuries, it takes a bit of time, and he'll go through the correct procedure, and we'll make a decision on him near the game.
Yeah, I mean he's been in good form recently, isn't it? It'd be an untimely sort of time to lose him, really, wouldn't it?
Well, it happens, and with the squad that we've got, we know that we can cover for him. He's been playing very well, but you're going to pick up these knocks during the season, and this weekend I will be looking to rest a number of players who have got knocks, and that's what happens. You've got to be able to use your squad, and part of the reason why we've got the size of squad is that we're bringing quality players in, players that have been champing at the bit, players that have been frustrated that they haven't been selected, and it's time for them to step up. And the players that get selected this week, as Charlie Ainsbury did last week, having not been selected, he stepped up, and that's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, and on that sort of line, I suppose, you must be pleased with the way that the players responded, getting back to winning ways last weekend.
Well, playing at home, they've enjoyed playing at the Men this year. The crowd support has been tremendous. It's a great atmosphere, and we've started well in all the games that we've had at home, and last Sunday was no exception to that. There's some great rugby played. Brilliant that we were able to score 4 tries within 41 minutes, and then it's important now that we understand how to kick on and put teams away. And each week we go out to perform in this attacking way, and we'll be going down to Cornish Pirates to play in a similar way.
Yeah, it's another tough game, isn't it? The Pirates not got the best of record, Bristol down at Menay Field.
I'm not concerned about the record that's there. What concerns us is the squad that we've got and the way that we're going to go out and play. I've never been there, so I'm looking forward to going down and seeing what the field is like, and looking forward to seeing the team go up against a side that beat us early on in the season.
Yeah, and because of that, is that on your mind at all? Have you spoken about the extra fixture at the start of the season when they beat you, or is that gone out of the mind now? It's all about this week.
No, we've not talked about that. They're a good side. They deserve to get something out of that game, the first game of the season. So it's important for us now to focus on ourselves this week. We're not playing Rotherham, we're not playing London Welsh. So it's a completely different game to last week's game, and we're playing away from home, and it's important that we are able to get a foothold in the game. Whenever you play away from home, it's vital that you get a good start.
Yeah, and it sort of emphasises the number of clubs that can compete in this division, doesn't it? The run of games that you've had recently.
Well, the depth of the league is certainly improving. You just got to look at Moseley and the victories that they had. Look where Bedford and Nottingham were last year and where they are now. And some real quality players coming into the league. Cornish Pirates have made a number of very good young signings, as well as having a few old heads in their squad. And they've got a great team spirit coming together, and they are doing well. We know that if we play the way that we played in the first half, that we have the beating of any side. But if we play the way that we played in the second half, then we'll be put under pressure, and that's what Rotherham were able to do to us in that second half.
Good luck, Andy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can Cornish Pirates expect to face a different Bristol team
of the season? I mean, you seem to have progressed and improved since then.
We've made steps to improve, and that's what you expect to see throughout the year. Well, I think the balance of our game is better. Our understanding of our defensive system is getting better. But we dominated possession and territory in the game, but we weren't able to finish them off. Very good Cornish Pirates defence. They scrambled well, and they took their two chances that they had very, very well. The maul was outstanding to score early on, and they ran a well-worked try to score under the post from a first phase play. So they took their opportunities, and that's what the game is about. There's going to be a number of opportunities for both teams this weekend. If it's the team that takes those opportunities, the team that's going to win.
You've scored 33 tries already in the first 8 games, 6 bonus points. And you talked about that in the summer, about the importance of bonus points. I mean, it's almost like extra wins, isn't it, when you start adding them up, and that must have delighted you the way you've attacked so well.
I've been pleased with the mindset the players have shown in attack and defence, and I think that's the key part here, is that they're learning a completely new defensive system, and that is working well now. They're learning in terms of the mindset of the ambition to play, and we'll be able to play from anywhere and attack from anywhere. And I think that just builds confidence when you look at the way the team has moved the ball, the catching skills, the improvement of the passing skills, and you need to be able to do that under pressure, and you need to be able to do that away from home as well. And we're getting a better balance to our game, and I think that's the important part to what we were looking at and playing in the championship is to get the real game understanding, and the players to constantly be developing their games.
18 different players have scored tries as well, so I mean, you're not relying on one or two threats, are you? Forwards and backs, they're chipping in, and it's a variety to the attack.
And that's what's pleasing. And if you play at a pace, that's what's going to happen. You're going to find that players are going to be in positions to score tries, and the intent is there, and the accuracy was there in that first half of the weekend. Great accuracy and a great pace that we played at, and it's very difficult for any side to live with that if you're able to sustain that for 4, 5, 6 phases. Look at the second half. We made some errors. We didn't get past 2 phases. We turned the ball over too easily. We gave penalties away in our defensive sets, and Rotherham were able to come back into the game. The same will be this weekend at Menard Field. If we can keep the ball, if we can put some shape into our attack and mix up with variety, then we'll put Cornish Pirates under pressure. They'll do the same to us. If we give away penalties, if we turn over ball cheaply, that'll enable them to get their game going, and they've done well at home this year.
Quick one on players returning. Luke Eves seemed quite chirpy when he was in here earlier. Is he back in the mix now?
He's close to selection. Yep, so he'll be coming into the mix. But a number of players that have got dents, and I will be resting a couple this weekend, because of the amount of rugby they've played. And part of what I look at is making sure that we're not overplaying our players, because you want to be able to give them rests. You want to give them, so we look at the whole season.
On Eves in particular, though, that'd be quicker than expected, wouldn't it? If he could come back.
It was 4 weeks,
right.
so
he's on target.
He's on target. He had a break, and it's recovered well.
And is Tua back with you now?
He's still with Samoa in Georgia, so he's got 1 more week.